Japanese surrender ceremonies of October 25, 1945 marked the conclusion of World War II in the Pacific, and Japanese sovereignty over Taiwan ended. The transfer of Taiwan's territorial sovereignty to China was completed via the holding of formal Japanese surrender ceremonies in Taipei.
Question might be, is there any period of time after which the occupying forces may claim the territory as their own and assert a legal annexation? The answer is no. In the post-Napoleonic world, the transfer of territorial sovereignty can only be done by making the relevant specifications in a peace treaty.
The Republic of China moved its central government to Taiwan in December 1949 and thus became the island's legal government. Taiwan was awarded to China in the post-World War II peace treaties.
Effectively speaking, the Republic of China is merely acting as an agent for the United States in conducting the administration of Taiwan. Of course, Chinese history books always fail to mention such details as these.
The military occupation of Taiwan ended in 1952.
After the war, the military occupation of territory separated from the mother country via the specifications of a peace treaty does not end with the coming into force of the peace treaty. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled on this issue on many occasions.
The Republic of China is the occupying power of Taiwan. Hence, its government officers can decide how to make all laws and regulations.
The Republic of China is only exercising delegated administrative authority for the military occupation of Taiwan. The occupying power, or more properly, the principal occupying power, is the conqueror. What does this mean? During the period of World War II in the Pacific, beginning December 1941, all military attacks against Taiwan were conducted by U.S. military forces. The military forces of other countries, including England, France, the USSR, Australia, New Zealand, the Republic of China, etc., did not participate. Hence, the United States of America is the principal occupying power of Taiwan. Under the specifications of General Order No. 1, issued by General Douglas MacArthur, the Republic of China in Taiwan is merely a proxy occupying force. Importantly, there are many actions which are forbidden in occupied territory. Relevant specifications can be found in the Hague and Geneva Conventions. One important action which is forbidden is the promulgation of a new legal structure.
Hence, the promulgation of the ROC Constitution in occupied Taiwan in 1947 is entirely illegal.
Unfortunately, such an analysis is totally beyond the comprehension of most civilians, because they have essentially no knowledge of military law or the laws of war.
Taiwan was incorporated into Republic of China national territory via procedures in the ROC Constitution regarding new territory. With no final disposition of Taiwan in the peace treaty, sovereignty is held by the local Taiwanese people. The ROC on Taiwan, under any definition, meets the criteria to be a sovereign state.
As stated previously, the Japanese surrender ceremonies in Taiwan only marked the beginning of the military occupation. Under international law, and specifically according to the Hague and Geneva Conventions, there are many types of actions which are illegal in occupied territory. Among these are
announced annexation of the territory, Mass naturalization of the local populace. Enforcement of military conscription policies over the local populace. Promulgation of a new legal structure.
A quick examination of the Republic of China's supposed qualifying criteria for recognition as a sovereign state quickly shows that they are based on major violations of international law, such as the announcement of Taiwan Retrocession Day on October 25, 1945, the mass naturalization of the local populace on January 12, 1946, etc. Many foreign government officials often make statements to the effect that neither Taiwan nor the Republic of China on Taiwan are sovereign. At the most basic level, such statements are 100% true. What is unfortunate is that for the most part, these foreign government officials do not explain the reasons for their conclusions, thus leaving the native Taiwanese people both angry and confused.
After more than 70 years governing Taiwan, the Republic of China has a long record of effective territorial control and therefore can claim sovereignty over Taiwan. With the institution of popular elections for president in 1996, the ROC in Taiwan has already become a domestic regime. In order to become a true state in the international community, Taiwan should declare its independence.
In fact, Taiwan's current international legal status remains as territory conquered by the USA, which has not reached a final political status. In the 1952 SFPT, Taiwan was not awarded to China. However, the treaty clearly specifies the jurisdiction of a U.S. federal agency, the United States military government, over Taiwan. For Taiwan, this is what may be called the first tier or topmost jurisdiction. Hence, at present, the most urgent problem for Taiwan is to clearly define its international status as an overseas territory of the USA under military government.
At this juncture, it appears worthwhile for us to examine the legal basis for the functioning of an ROC Ministry of National Defense in Taiwan in more detail. Allow us to dispel further misconceptions as we continue our series of commonly seen mistakes when discussing the legal status of Taiwan.
The Taiwan Relations Act mandates the sale of military equipment and hardware to Taiwan. Under the One China policy, the maintenance of an ROC Ministry of National Defense on Taiwan is fully authorized.
The U.S. Congressional Research Service has confirmed that the U.S. executive branch has never recognized PRC sovereignty over Taiwan. Moreover, under the One China policy of the United States, there is no country called Republic of China. The San Francisco Peace Treaty of 1952 did not award Taiwan to the Republic of China. Additionally, the Taiwan Relations Act does not recognize the existence of an entity called Republic of China after January 1, 1979.
Based on the above, we are hard-pressed to find any legal rationale to justify the existence of a military establishment on Taiwan organized under the authority of a Republic of China constitution, and which requires all personnel to swear allegiance to the Republic of China.
We are forced to conclude that such arrangements are clearly a gross violation of the One China policy of the United States and the Senate ratified San Francisco Peace Treaty.
The legal basis for the establishment of an ROC Ministry of National Defense in Taiwan can be found in international law.
The highest-ranking document of international law dealing with the disposition of Taiwan in the post-World War II era is the 1952 San Francisco Peace Treaty.
A thorough examination of the post-war peace treaty fails to find any clauses which can be interpreted to authorize the existence of a Republic of China government structure on Taiwanese soil.
As a non-sovereign nation, the ROC on Taiwan is qualified to have military conscription policies.
As a fundamental point of reference, the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that military conscription policies must be based on national sovereignty. The Republic of China on Taiwan is a non-sovereign entity and hence by definition cannot have any form of military conscription policies. Without such policies, of course, there is no manpower available for the staffing of a Ministry of National Defense. The often heard statement that the international legal status of Taiwan is undetermined or unsettled corresponds to the reality that Taiwan remains under a condition of military occupation in the current era.
To put this in historical perspective, it cannot be repeated often enough that at the most basic level, Taiwan is territory conquered by the United States, which has not yet reached a final political status.
So what does this mean? Is Taiwan independent? Or is Taiwan a part of China? Either the ROC or the PRC? Or is Taiwan part of some other country? The answer to all of these questions is no. In the current era, Taiwan remains as occupied territory. With this understanding, it is then important to note that both the Hague and Geneva Conventions forbid military conscription in occupied territory. The SFPT has placed Taiwan under the jurisdiction of USMG. In relation to Taiwan's defensive needs, our conclusion must be that under the Common Defense Clause of the U.S. Constitution, the United States Department of Defense should take full responsibility for Taiwan's national defense. This would include personnel, equipment, and all other matters.